Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello,
Welcome to This Day. It's Wednesday, July 16th. We were just having a little laugh here in the studio. I'm Michael Taylor along with Bree Cox Kennedy.
Because I couldn't remember the date yesterday.
Couldn't remember the date. She thought it might be January.
Honestly, it's
just getting over the holidays. You know, Christmas, not 4th of July. Welcome to the program.
On today's show, we've got Caring Senior Service with us. Dean White is going to give us lots of points and tips on how to keep your loved ones safe. And then later in the show, we've got lots to talk about a chorus line. Old Pros is here with Alyssa Kaplan Center and Robin LaValle. So we look forward to talking to both of those.
There we go. But right now we want to keep you informed and we want to talk EV charging stations. They're right here at the administration building, right behind us actually. There are 3 EV fast charging ones that you guys should know about. These are the plug-ins and power-up stations, and they've partnered to make sure that you guys get these. So there are 3 level 3 charging ports right here. They're the fast charging, and there's 4 level 2s that are available to the community. And as of last year, it cost just about 31 cents or so kilowatt hour to do the level 2s, and 65 cents for every kilowatt hour for the level 3s. So there you go. And make sure you know those ports are there.
Much less than a gallon of gas.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at our weather, folks. We're looking at a calm and consistent stretch ahead. Today starts off cloudy, but the sun is starting to peek through and will do more so by early afternoon. We can expect a high of about 76 today and a low of 63. Tomorrow brings more of the same, well, quite frankly, through the rest of the week. Morning low clouds clearing to cool, sunny afternoons with highs in the upper 70s. Overall, it's a great week to get out there and enjoy the activities and outdoors without the heat. Just make sure you bring a light layer for the mornings and evenings.
And part of every day is a sunrise and a sunset, so let's take a check here. Thank you, Stephanie Casey, for sending you this one, taking that picture from Heritage Park over in Dana Point. They're doing all that renovation down at the harbor down there.
Looks great.
Major renovations down there. It's kind of cool if you can check it out. Sunrise this morning was 5:52. Sunset tonight is going to be 8:01.
Fantastic. We've got just one meeting to tell you about before we switch to the break. And then after the break, we've got Caring Senior Service, so stay with us.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. You sort of think you get it once, you might be done with it, but yeah, they decided it wasn't done with me yet. In 2017, they diagnosed me with mantle cell lymphoma.
And we're devastated, you know, we're beside ourselves.
Dennis, he's my star. He's my superstar. We've just done a lot of adventures together, and we've had a really good life. I knew about City of Hope. I had done a little research. I knew they had a comprehensive cancer center for lymphoma. So I thought, you know what? If I'm going any place, I'm going with a place that does research and that knew what they were doing.
You know, we walked in that place with an untreatable cancer, and a month later walked out cancer-free.
Hope to me means being able to see the light through the darkness of cancer. With City of Hope as our partner in all this, I mean, I couldn't be more proud to have them walking beside me.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. We cook, we clean, we listen, we help, we care. And that's why we create customized care plans to enable every senior to maintain their independence. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Caring Senior Service is here with me, Dean White. Hello, Dean.
Hi, Bree. Good to see you again.
I always love your slogan. We want every senior to be happy, healthy, and
At home.
At home.
100%.
I love
100%.
that.
You know, all of us enjoy being at home. And, you know, as you get older, the exchange of either being home or going into a facility, we have seen so many seniors be able to live longer and happier and healthier, you know, when they're surrounded by the surroundings that they know. And of course, their loved ones.
absolutely.
You know, in fact, we have a client, his name is Russ. Russ was at a care facility, a really wonderful one, but he was only able to see his family about once or twice a week. And the son said, you know what, I'm gonna move Dad home. And sure enough, they redid his house, brought Dad in on the bottom floor, and they really thought that Dad was only gonna make it for a couple more months. Do you know, when he came in, he wasn't walking, anything like that. Now he is walking.
Oh my
He seems great
goodness.
health. He doesn't need as much care. Because he's around his loved ones. And
Right.
it's not always the case that you can bring Dad or Mom home, but if they could even be at their home, they become healthier and happier.
Well, I mean, to me, if they go into a facility or another type of nursing home, I'm not sure what they're
Yeah,
called today.
yeah.
I would think that there's a sense of an isolation, even though completely surrounded by staff and other people who are there. I don't know. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, you know, today we're talking a little bit about cost. And a lot of times people go, oh gosh, I don't know when to call a caregiver. And it looks like it might be less expensive to go into a facility. Well, the hard part is that when you go into a facility, they don't tell you all the costs that come around. And we ourselves are in about a dozen different facilities because the care isn't always 24/7 there.
Interesting.
And so it's really good to, at least at this point, make a phone call, talk to somebody like me that's not a pressure person, and find out what all the costs are. You know, they always say knowledge is really powerful, right? So be informed.
Absolutely.
And because the end result is, if you go into a care facility, you could be required to put down a very, very large deposit, and then you work up a retainer that just pulls from that. Where versus with care with us, you just pay as you go. And so if you all of a sudden are going on vacation with family, then you just cancel service that week and you're not paying for it. Where in a facility, then of course you're still paying for that week that you may not be there.
Absolutely. And there's other ways to save money as well, right? Preventative care, maximizing health, peace of mind.
Yeah, well, a lot of times people don't realize there's other things that are there to help them. One, if you're a veteran, there's only about 12 companies in the whole Orange County. There's like 310 of us companies, but about a dozen that are approved with the VA, and I'm one of them. So the VA has benefits if you are a veteran or if you are married to a veteran, there could be benefits for you. So that's one thing. Long-term care. A lot of people have long-term care, have been paying on it, or have life insurance that have long-term care. Those are other ways to mitigate the cost. But the main thing that you talked about was preventative care. It's truly true. If we're able to bring a caregiver in that can come and help with Mom on a daily basis, even if it's for 4 hours, that could prevent a fall, that could prevent a broken hip, a broken shoulder. We had a senior that recently tripped and broke her nose and her rib.
Oh my.
And we were called, if we were notified before that, this is somebody that's a new client, so if we were notified before that, that person may not have had that fall, right? And we all think that we're sure-footed, but when we start forgetting medication, when we start forgetting things that we need to get done or can't reach that top shelf, it might be time just to get an evaluation.
You know, we've talked about this before, Dean, where there's circumstances where people don't have loved ones surrounding them in the
Yes.
immediate area. You know, maybe their children are in another state, their spouse has passed, they still want that independence. So I think that's a really great opportunity for a service such as yours to come in and fill those needs and those voids, because I think don't you even offer one-on-one time where your staff can just sit and play games?
Yeah, it's
Go shopping.
It's so true, Bree. We have a new client. Her name is Deb, and Deb doesn't have anybody. She called and she goes, I could tell that my mental acuity is starting to slip a little bit. I want to bring in a caregiver now because I don't know what the next couple of years is going to look like. And she was wise enough and brave enough to make a phone call. I said, do you have any kids nearby? No, I never had kids. I never got married. I said, family? She goes, I'm not in contact with my family. And I said, well, who's your advocate? And she goes, I have no one. And I said, Deb, we can become your advocate. She has a financial advocate, and then she has her health advocate, which is us. And we work together, and we were able to meet with her today while she is completely, mentally, sharp and acute. But she's able to look at everything, make all the plans, so as the years go forward, she has everything in place. And that peace of mind is huge. And if there's anybody in the Laguna Woods area that is alone, please call. I think you'll find that we're, very, very understanding, very compassionate. We are not people that are going to pressure or push. We're going to align things so that you feel comfortable and safe.
So in a situation that you're in with Deb, you're kind of getting in on the ground floor with her, right?
That's right.
And so as she ages and as she moves through her life, you'll already be there knowing what meds she's going to have to take.
That's right.
Possibly even setting her up with the different recreational activities that the village offers. I mean, you can really sort of grow with her, right?
100%. Today we're going to take her to her Bible study.
Oh my goodness.
And then she has a friend that she meets on Thursdays for lunch. She recognizes that she doesn't want to drive anymore because she doesn't want to crash her car. So the caregiver goes over, drives her car for her, and takes her to a park and to lunch and to her outings, to the doctor visits, and then reports everything back to the other advocate that she has. And she has people that are surrounded by her and come alongside. At the same time, we're looking for a really strong caregiver that understands the situation, that can be trustworthy and love her through everything.
And be there with her through
100%.
Through the duration, right?
That's right.
Let's talk about some other opportunities that caregivers can give and provide for clients.
Yeah, in fact, I think we have a slide of that, just of that they can do some laundry. They can go, one client, every day we get over there, we prepare breakfast, then we clean one of the rooms, like the bedroom or the living room, make the bed, do the laundry, and then give her lunch, and then we prepare a dinner that we put in the oven. Or not put in the oven, put it in the refrigerator, so that she can put it in the oven.
It'll be nice and hot.
That'll be nice. And then there's things that come up that the family is off, there's some miles away. And so we've had to work with the gardener at one time. The garage door didn't open up. And so they let us know, and we don't charge for those things. We just come alongside the family. A trip to the doctor is often a big one. And then we take notes what happened in the doctor visit. Then we send those notes back to the kids so they know what happened. And also it's great for the client to look back and go, oh yeah, the doctor did say that. Wow. We help with physical therapy, of course, medication reminders. And if there's something that the client really enjoys, if it be a needlepoint to Bible study to a different group that they're a part of, we want to encourage those things.
Okay.
And so we come alongside so they get to continue to enjoy their life.
I love that, Dean. Thank you so much for being here and sharing with us today.
You bet,
So
Bree.
valuable. Coming up after the break, we've got Old Pros. Stay with us.
We believe every senior should be able to remain healthy, happy, and at home. At Caring Senior Service, we understand the value of compassion and companionship. Our caregivers promote health, happiness, and independence. We cook nutritional meals, engage in meaningful activities, run errands, do light house cleaning, and more. Call us toll-free at 833-926-3700 or visit our website, caringseniorsservicelw.com. Healthy, happy home. Caring Senior Service.
ThisDay.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. They only know the way they hear, not how much better they could be hearing. We've taken patients that were hearing 24% of conversations and improved them to 92%. A life-changing difference. Put on these hearing aids and hear better, automatically. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome to OC Eye Care, home of the first customizable lens implant with a light adjustable lens, making it possible to see clearly at near, intermediate, and distance.
I realized I had cataracts a while back. My eyes before the cataract and light adjustable lens surgery, you know, the stress on my eyes was so bad that it would be painful to drive at night. As soon as I took the eye patch off, right away I could see out of both eyes. Oh, my vision is so much better after the surgery. Now I'm able just to do everything. It's wonderful.
We're already talking. We're already going here, folks. I remember the commercials when I was a kid, a chorus line, and they would be on TV, and I remember thinking, oh, it looks interesting, and there were curse words in it, so I thought, well, I hope I get to go see that. But now you can go see that if you haven't seen it yet. The Old Pros are here, and they're putting on a chorus line.
Yes.
Welcome, Elisa.
Thank you.
Elisa and Robin, thank you for joining
you.
us, as always. 50th anniversary of Chorus Line. Who knew? I didn't know that.
I know, we're only 25, but we all saw it.
So I was like, what was I? I was 7 when that came out.
I know, but we're really excited because who doesn't like a good Broadway musical?
There you go.
And a chorus line, at least for me, brings so much because it's about dancers.
Mm-hmm.
It's stories. It's about dancers and their lives and being on the line, auditioning and trying to get a show so they can pay their rent.
There you go. And the director for this is Beth Siegelgraf, and
Yes.
she's kind of like taken the helm there. And,
Yes.
And that Chorus Line has a lot of characters in it, right?
Yes, well-
And what role are you playing, Robin?
Oh, I play 3 different roles.
Play 3 different roles?
Yeah, yeah. I play one girl, Christine, who has issues with singing. I play another girl, Connie, who has issues with her height. And then I play another character, Diana, who has issues with her drama teacher. So
I didn't know the 3 Faces of Eve was a musical.
exactly. Yeah, but that's one of the joys of doing this.
Wow.
The way that Beth and Elisa have put the show together is that we get to play multiple roles, which kind of condenses the show down a little bit, but great fun for the actors. You know.
We chose 5 really wonderful triple threat actors
Okay.
who can sing, dance, and act.
There you go.
And they're playing all these wonderful characters.
Now you're doing the music as you usually like to do for these things. Anything different that any approach that you're taking for the 50 years?
Well, actually, not only am I playing and musically directing and accompanying, but I'm also going to be singing with Robin in a very funny comedic song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And it's been really fun. I've worked them hard.
Yeah.
We've been rehearsing, seriously, man, like 2 to 3 times a week.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
at least once or twice privately, each person one-on-one with me in my music studio.
Yeah.
What do you think it was about Chorus Line that resonated with audiences so much? I mean, there's struggle in there, there's kind of tragedy in there, and there's happy, there's joy, but there's all sorts of those things in terms of that.
Well, you know, when you're watching a show and people are telling their stories, sometimes there's one little thing they say or one little look they have, or maybe they cry and it touches you in some way. You know that feeling when you come out of a show, whether it's a straight play or a musical, it makes an impact on you, and then you are there and present and you leave, you talk to a friend about it, you go home, you talk to your husband, wife, and you think about something from your own life and you make that connection.
Yeah, and I think it fascinates people, the whole backdrop of acting. It kind of pulled the curtain aside of how bad auditions can be.
Right, how terrible the
rough.
experience is.
Yes, and I think it gets people to go home and say, I really appreciate what those people up there that, that I watch for a couple hours, what they really go through and what they're really doing. Because you don't think about their backgrounds, their families. Where were they just a couple hours ago? What are they going through? How can they afford their rent?
And also,
Right, and it's one. Oh God, I need this job, right?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Oh, you
it's
know
not-
the musical.
It's not even just about like, oh, I dreamed to do this. No, I need this. I'm not going to make it if I don't get this next job.
That's right.
Yeah, and the monologues, which are so key, right? When you act and then you have a musical, you're at the pivotal point where that last word of the monologue happens, and boom, the music starts. And you sing. Because where do you go? That's where you go. Singing and dancing, it just exudes from someone. So when they come to the show, listen very closely to what people say.
Now, you were in New York when the play originally came out. Not to date you or anything. I think you were just born. You were at the Southampton Hospital.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny because I was in an off-Broadway musical as a child, as a young person, and Michael Bennett and this other guy was in a show with my mom, who was in a Broadway show, and this guy used to go on his lunch break, and he'd go around and talk to all the gypsy dancers in the various Broadway shows, and he'd come back and tell my mom and the rest of the cast, oh, wow, I'm writing this story and this musical with these bunch of guys, and it ended up being a chorus line.
Wow.
Because and also, one of the things about this show that I was in, because there were a lot of gypsy dancers in the show, was that they would come and talk and ask their stories. So like one of the songs in the show, one of the women, I'm not going to give it away, used to tell us about what she was doing to her body parts. And he sat there and interviewed her and got the whole story about it. And somebody in the show actually does that and talks about it and sings about it. It's very interesting, yeah.
Now, Robin, you're playing 3 characters. Do you have one that resonates with you more than the others? Like, I kind of relate to this one?
It's really weird. All 3 do. One, the height, the height issue, because especially doing musicals, I wasn't a dancer, I was an actor. So I didn't have to worry about going to a lot of dance auditions and deal with being I am 4'10", and so
a towering 4'10".
Exactly. and there's most musicals there's a certain height requirement for their dancers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I relate to that because I had to modify and change and the other one, always worrying when you're singing, are you good enough to sing? Can you sing the song? Can you get through it? And then of course everybody's had bad acting coaches. People that are kind of like sports coaches, those that are really bullies and mean. You can kind of relate, and that's the really cool thing about these songs. The songs are not like all of a sudden going into fantasy land. The songs are telling a story, the reality of what this person has gone through. That's very unusual.
And that's their inner monologue almost in the song, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So what do you think it captures when you guys are out there? I mean, how is this going to resonate with a crowd who's, right here in our village that's kind of gone through all this stuff in life and they've had those experiences? You think it's a different experience coming at this from our age as opposed to seeing it when you're younger?
Yes, but what's so interesting is that there are so many East Coast people here, and many of them have seen the show on the East Coast, but also in LA. We were just chatting. It was in LA for a period of time. Michael Bennett was there. People were talking and instigating. So they're going to remember it. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be crowded because I'm bumping into people. They're seeing the flyers. They're saying, you're doing a course. So people know about it.
And it's live music. And that is wonderful to not have a track, but to be with, with an actual wonderful pianist.
Thank you.
So much fun.
All right, let's talk about the wheres, whens, hows, and whys.
So the show will be on Wednesday, July 23rd at Clubhouse 7. The doors open at 6:30 p.m. We suggest you get there by like 6:15 the latest. It's free to Old Pros members because it's sponsored by the Old Pros, and it's $5 for guests.
Yeah.
So we're just expecting a blast, and the lobby will be like a Broadway show theater lobby.
Oh, okay. Wow. Fun. All right. You guys always make it a great show. I'm sure it'll be just as entertaining as always. It's a chorus line, folks. Get out there and see that. Elisa and Robin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
We're going to be right back with some movie previews when we come back.
Technology is always moving forward, and sometimes we need to move with it. If you're a resident of Laguna Woods Village still using a ComLine or FEA email address, it might be time to make the switch. Services like Gmail offer more flexibility and convenience. Access your emails anytime, anywhere, whether you're on your phone, laptop, or tablet. Stay connected no matter where life takes you. Make the switch today and keep your inbox at your fingertips.
Your eyes let you see the world, every smile, every sunset, every moment.
At Harvard Eye Associates, our team of specialists is here to protect your vision.
From cataracts and glaucoma to retina and cornea care, we offer the latest treatments with a compassionate touch.
For over 50 years, you've trusted us with your eyes. We're honored to care for them for years to come.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
In all stages of life, you care for those you love. With Band-Aids on scuffed knees, with home-cooked meals, with tight hugs and whispered words of encouragement on their wedding day. And in this new stage, advanced funeral planning with O'Connor Mortuary is another way to say, I love you. Call or visit o'connormortuary.com to start your pre-plan today.
And welcome back. Let's talk about our weekend movies. We've got some good ones here for you. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It stars Jim Carrey, but it is not a comedy. Make sure you know that one. It is brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates, 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. When their relationship turns sour, a couple undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories forever. It's all about pain and going through a breakup, and it's very interesting.
Breakups are never fun. But Saturday, we've got another great showing for you. Bob Trevino Likes It. Interesting. So starring Barbie Fiera, brought to us by RadNet. This movie is about a lonely 20-something. Her name's Lily Trevino. She accidentally befriends a stranger online who shares the same name as her own self-centered father. Encouragement and support from this new Bob Trevino could change her life. That's also shown at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without.
There you go. I think that's going to do it for us, folks. I think we're out of time.
Are we out
Tomorrow
of
on the
time?
program, tomorrow on the program, we're going to get an update from United with Mickey Choi Ho is going to be here, and I'll be here too. And Bree's going to be here doing the interview.
Fantastic.
There
That's
you go.
right. Well, I guess that is going to do it for this episode of This Day. And from all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.